Hello, this is Keith, and I wanted to talk to you today about something that came up at a meeting with colleagues only yesterday. And we agreed that both teachers and students focus almost entirely on vocabulary and grammar when we're teaching English. And we should remember perhaps that there are other ways in which we get our message across. Sometimes we might not even be aware of it. So I wanted to talk today about nonverbal communication, ways in which we communicate to others without using words. The academics tell us that 70 to 80% of our communication is nonverbal. So that means that it makes a significant impact on those people we're talking to, more, in fact, than just the words themselves do. But what is nonverbal communication? I think most of us are aware of some gestures, a thumbs up, for example, or if we touch our nose with our finger, it means we're not telling the truth. If we can't look at the person we're talking to, perhaps we're not being honest. If we put our arms in front of our chest, it means we are acting defensively. But there are lots of other things that we do, maybe without thinking about it, that have an impact on our audience. And I wanted to talk about a few of those today. Some of them have quite fancy names as well. So let me just share the screen with you. And the first word I wanted to mention, the first type of nonverbal communication, is called Oculusics. Oculusics. This means it's to do with the eye. And you can see the lady in the picture rolling her eyes. And this gives an impression, of course, to those who are watching her. But you can look at somebody, you can look away, you can avoid eye contact, you can raise your eyes, roll your eyes. This is one form of nonverbal communication. Another one is to do with touch. It's called haptics. Haptics. And if you have some form of touch with another person, you could reassure them, comfort them, show them that you support them. And this kind of nonverbal communication is described as haptics. The next one I wanted to mention is chromatics, the use of color. Chroma means color. And the colors that we choose to wear, that we use in our background, all create an impression on people that we are talking to. In the same way, how we dress, if we're formal or informally dressed, the colors we choose also have an impact on the people we're addressing. So colors and presentation and style are all ways in which we make an impression on those people we're talking to. And the final word I wanted to mention today is to do with time. And this is called chronemics. Chronemics. For example, we may arrive early at a meeting to show that we are enthusiastic, that we are keen to proceed with the business of the day. Alternatively, we could decide to appear late, keeping everybody else waiting, and we may appear to be rude, and it may look as though we think we're better than anybody else. I should mention, by the way, that it does depend to some extent on where you are and the culture in which you live on the message that people receive. In South America, it may be acceptable to arrive late at a meeting and even expected. But in Europe, it is considered to be very rude. So you have to think not only about the impression you're making on people you know, but also on people from other cultures. So these are the only words that I have time to share today, but I hope this is just an introduction to show that there is a lot to consider when communicating and getting your message across to others, much more than just the words and grammar and accent that we use. So thank you very much. Hope to see you again soon.